přišla bída, mora, hlad, to neustojí žádnej chlap. Na kraj padnul děsej smutek, kdo měl nohy ráno utek, děti chmoudenský majsak, kdo včera žil, dneska je prach. Už se i bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejt v jejich kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a pořadem si umí jako poslední den. Buďme se vámi a norada stávy, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zejtra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned a točí se zpět. Dneska vůbec nikdo neví, zase zítra je jiný a není to naposled.
Marquard von Aulitz.
Tak vás vítám u pokračování v pátrání po penězokazcích. Doufáme, že dnes nám ten stream pojede líp než včera a dostaneme Jindru až do kláštera. Tady odchází potupený rytíř.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dneska na nás ani nikdo nečekal, to je zajímavý. Tak a co vlastně? Jasně. Takže pojedeme pokecat se Spodskýma.
God be with you. Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
And what's your idea of suspicious?
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man-at-arms. They could be meeting at another inn. They could be meeting in the woods by the light of the moon, for all I know.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst. They drank like fish. They were rough-looking too, big-bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
Thank you for the help.
Tak,
Not
moc
at all.
nám asi
Why off so
neřekne.
soon? Sit down for a tankard or a bite to eat.
May the Lord watch over you.
Gameballer tady není místní. To jsou počestní měšťané, tak skočíme za rychtářem. Ten kůň tady pořád stojí, či je?
Habit! Salami, sausages, ramen.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might.
Ale Jindro, víš, že o panu Rackovi nemáš mluvit moc.
He'd heard word that some unsavory characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon? Well, what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian. And he's got no dog in this fight either.
You have an inn, and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work, and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy matter.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No, nothing. Ever since Sigismund's band came through here, it's been quiet. People don't visit anymore. They're afraid to be on the road. It's bad for trade, but at least it's quiet.
I heard some recruiters are meeting in Sasau. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining, but I pay no heed to him.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry, which is where, well, some youngsters go there to wrestle.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchpoles go by there from time to keep an eye on things.
Ježišmarja, nechci s Koškem mluvit.
Who's that?
Sebastian Baron von
Ten nás v ději nikam neposune.
He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest in the land.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here, and I should be more vigilant. The goal of the man.
Have you heard any talk of strangers in the town? Maybe people acting oddly?
Nothing worth mentioning. Sure, there's been some talk about the miller. Folks saying they've been seeing him doing this or that, or people visiting him at night. But he's never done anything. He's a decent enough man. For a miller.
I'll try asking him if he's heard anything.
He lives on the other side of the river, by the bogs. But don't go getting your hopes up. He might not be able to help.
Thank you, bailiff.
May the Lord watch over you.
To ne, my to uděláme jinak. A nebo ne, pojedeme se zeptat mlynáře. Tak buráčku, ty mě nepřestaneš překvapovat. Tak, jak se vždycky zjevíš. Ne, jako želuha nechci, já chci mlynáře. A tak se podíváme za tím koželuhem. Tady je taky lom. Tak to jsem vůbec nevěděl. A jo, tady je koželuch. No, ten se s náma nechce bavit. Tak mu aspoň zažerem něco z kotlíku. Ahoj, Perry.
God preserve you, good night. Can I do something for you? Goodbye.
Ty s náma nechceš mluvit, blbé.
What the? Huh? Hey!
Jsem blbej, nebo? No. Zřejmě žádný potíže nemá. Je, další koželuch.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Tanner, I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when I went to tell them to take it elsewhere, they nearly beat me to a pulp.
No.
And nobody does the thing about it.
A jak chci verbíře, já nechci nějaký bitkaře.
There's no commotion under his window, so what does he care?
That's quite a bailiff you've got.
A scarecrow would keep better order.
How many of them are there?
How would I know? They make as much noise as a herd of wild boar in rutting season.
And did they all attack you?
Aye. They knocked the stuffing right out of me.
No, to řešit
A
nebudeme.
bit of luck, they might leave on their own.
I can't wait. They've been making such a commotion, it's a wonder the piss stays in the pot. God be with you.
No a mlynáře najdu kde? Kde mají vsázavý mlejn? Tohle by mohl být mlýn, že? Kravičky. Ne, nehledám Šimona. Jo, je to Šimon, jo. Jo. Dík, Perry. To je vždycky překvapení, kam nám pan Spock nateleportuje toho koně. Ale no tak. Počkej, ale mlejn byl tady, ne? Někde. Aha, to jsou lázně. Mlýn je v celku kus od Sázavy. Říkala na druhé straně, to znamená... Jo, tady, jasně. Mám tam úkol? Já žádný úkoly nechci. Já chci verbíře. Úkoly, až jestli zbude čas, tak potom bych... No právě, že tady v tom hardcore modu nemám. Jo, tady mám označený akorát Ačka. A ten už zmizel, ten kožrůk, protože jsem s tím mluvil. U něj musíš udělat úkoly, on ti řekne, kde jsou. Aha, máš pravdu, máš recht. Tak, to já na to možná půjdu úplně jinou cestou. Protože tady ve špitále u Johánky leží jeden sázavský a já už umím léčit, tak mu vylečím nohu, nebo co to má za bolístku a on mi to řekne taky. S mlynářama já nechci nic mít, to je pěkná sebranka. Jeden mě nechce dát Terezu, pořád se chce sázet akorát. Bum. Opláchnu si ksicht, na to je Johanka alergická. Zeptáme se, jak dopadly mrchojedy.
Greetings, Henry.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalice was raised. Just the two of us.
What will happen to my family?
No jo.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
Help me.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalice locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
What will happen to my family?
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down, or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Thank you.
Take care now. I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Tak mi fakt bude muset vzít od Johanky nějaký ty questy.
I can't stay here.
Tohle je moje osoba.
Greetings, Henry.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. You can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rat Eye unconscious and I needed a healer.
Jo. Kostival, tuším.
How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat.
No to jsem si zas do něčeho navez. Já mám takový měkký srdce, že jí to prostě půjdu nalovit.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying?
Lovení nemám moc rád, Perry. No, já taky ne, ale zase fakt, že v jednom průchodě jsem lovem divočáků našetřil na Přibyslavice.
Very well. All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever.
Perry, radši to vylovím někomu z bedny. No jo, to je sice rychlý, ale zvěřinu z bedny nevylovím. Takže s kým si mám jít pokecat? U mináře vytáhneš dobrých 4 až 8 tisíc každých pár dní. No jo, kamaráde, jenomže ten divočák, on je těžký, on má kolem těch 150 jednotek a i víc. A já jsem denně měl z těch divočáků kolem 8 tisíc, jako jo. Denně, takže to jako nebylo špatný. A normálně jsem je píchal mečem. Marchově si necháme a dáme si sem tohle. No jo, no, je to práce. To jo, to teď budu pokecat s tím. Já mám nějakou zvěřinu u sebe. Pojď sem, pse.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
No, tak to je dobrý. Ale já mám teda lockpicking naprosto mizernej. Já jsem se na to vůbec nesoustředil. To ne, to bychom se přežrali. Takže se podíváme. Co chybí tady těm ovečkám?
What do you want?
You're not from Skalice?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Pravda, potřebuješ buď 15 nebo 10, ale tvar. No, jestli mají těžký truhly, tak stačí 10 a mít ten perk, který ti pomáhá vlastně s tím vylamováním.
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building.
Schválně se podívám, jaký mám lockpicking, jak s ním domluvím.
The master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
Ale můžeš si potom vzít prakticky jakýkoliv armor, co chceš. Ve hře potom peníze tak nějak ztrácejí smysl. No jo, já vím, já jsem se koukal, jak to hraješ, že máš toho armoru teda požehnaně.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
God be with you.
Když u nás ratají vezmeš tak asi 1,3 tisíce. No jo, no.
Philip, from Skalice. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. These wounds have been well taken care of.
To jsem teda špatný felčar, jsem zrovna chtěl říct, že tomuhle už nic nepomůže.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
Nespavec, ten bude chtít taky něco, že? No.
I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss?
Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, and for God's sake, do it quickly.
Take care now.
He just needs to sleep.
Takže.
Greetings, Henry.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalice, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only
Jo,
Father Simon
že
might
já
have
vůbec
been
nešel
able to
za tím
I
mlynáře,
knew a lot about
Šimone.
poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalice years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some
To jsi
construction
křesťanka,
workers' bruises.
Johanko,
Honestly,
že se
what were you
nestydíš.
thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you? Take care.
Je to herbář. No, tak to teda nic moc. Potřebujeme spánek někde najít a...
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from Skalice?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep out.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Can't you do anything?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
Can't. Just can't.
I'll try to talk to him. Even so, conditions here seem to me quite unchristian.
You're not the only one.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
I just won't get any sleep.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep, and sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
Takže bych měl umět spánek asi. Tak, nicméně, hermář tohle nebyl. No, to nevím, tady jsme hledali. Tady jsme hledali na mor v mrchojdech. Kde najdu herbář? Vlčí mák, vraní oko, bodlák. Jo, díky Perry, já se podívám. Ty vole, já jsem blbej. Co to bylo, vlčí mák? Vlčí mák, vraní oko, bodlák.
I just won't get any sleep.
No, tak musíme někde urvat bodlák. Tak. No a kde najdu herbář? Jo. Jasný. Díky, Perry. Jasný, díky, kamaráde.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
No, já vím, že potřebuji kostival, ale... Tady někde byla ta zanedbaná klášterní zahrada, že jo? Tak, máme bodlák.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good. Does she ever talk about me?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalice. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
Something could happen to her too someday.
Ježišmarja.
If any ill
Ani mluvka
befalls
mě
my dear
nepomohla.
Johanka, she won't be left lying on some grubby floor. I'll personally see to it she's taken care of.
Because I'll pay you.
No dobře, tak ti odsypu nějakou kačku.
But of course, that will be...
Come off it.
Perry
You get
zbouchy, jo.
your supplies from the monastery for free. No one will bat an eyelid if you ask for more. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Food...
Většinou to tak řeším, ale mám pocit, že ho ještě budeme potřebovat. Ale hele, on chce hovno.
What about this?
More. Yes, these things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it. Good luck to you.
Opatrně, Jindřichu, po těch schodech. No, dobrý, ale ještě si potřebuji přečíst, co mám dělat. Oj. Mák, bodlák, raníku.
I can't sleep again. Quiet!
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh,
Na věky.
thank you. Good luck to you.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Done.
Tak, teďka kostělálek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tak pak se to za mnou žene.
Au!
Sedláci. Kde je vás víc teda?
Is someone there? The answer...
I'll squash you like the louse you are. Go for it.
You'll get what for.
Je, bude tady ještě někdo? Tady házlík. No, bodlák už mám. Třeba aspoň měsíček by mohl mít tu seme. Úplně o ničem, tady takový bastardi. Co pak ti je, pejsku?
There's the good doggy. That's my boy. That's a good... That's my boy. Good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
jak chceš, ořechu, no, však ty se zase vrátíš.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tak, jsme na rovné. Tady někde by měl být ten panáček. Jo.
Good day to you.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Right so, all by myself. All the others were either killed by the humans or fled to Ratte.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. And it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The humans.
If it were humans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Well, I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Ratte with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Skalice, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing his spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skalice parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can always ask. But I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skalice. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon? Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Clerics today.
They're men, just like the rest of us, with glamorous passions. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Well.
Takže. Kolem. Jasně.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Já mám rychlýho koně a mě nedoženete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kolik je hodin? No jo, dobrá noc.
What? That sounded like... What do you want?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk.
Yes, these things happen.
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
Very...
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath.
That's rubbish. People...
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he had paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalice. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
God be with you.
Je u řeku, už se zvrátil. To já ti dám trochu zkaženýho masa, co ty na
Look
to?
what I've got for you. You'll love this.
No, dokonce celkem poslouchá.
Yeah. Yeah.
bude lepší pěšky, že jo? Kolik pak toho kostivalu asi potřebujeme? Křížek jsme sice nenašli, ale mám pocit, že jsme našli přímo Šimona.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
Já myslím, že jo.
But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sir Divish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit! All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right, right. Thanks for the warning.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
They didn't look dangerous. The only thing at risk was your possessions.
I know, poor fools. But I was afraid they'd leave me here. What would I have done then? And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalice blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalice has a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over
No
to
to ne,
repentance.
kamaráde.
The people need you. Please understand that.
I understand, but they need a better priest than I.
Do you have any idea what's going on around you? There is war, Father. War. People are dying. They slaughtered folk in St. James who sought sanctuary in the church.
I'm not blind. I do know what's happened.
And yet you want me to go back and tell them that the only person, far and wide, who could serve as their priest, turned them down?
You lay a great burden on me, Henry.
I know that, but the people do need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time. Until they find someone better.
I don't think they'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful. I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalice is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia.
Pelínkovice,
It'll make him a
no.
bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
Tak běž, já budu hledat, jestli se tady někde můžu. Sakra chlapi, tady se nedá spát u vás nikde? Jasně, že dá. Sice se probudím zase úplně někde jinde, jak znám svoji náměsíčnost, ale... No nevěřím. Nějakýho kaňůra by to chtělo.
This is certainly no time for roving.
To není vejlet, Jindro, to je lovecká výprava. No, tady je křížek, co jsem měl najít. Kde byl hrob? Kde byl hrob? Jsem známý vykopávač. Promiňka, brácho. No vydám. křídlo asi bude lepší. Pro mě. Prasátka, kde jste? Tady ten les vypadá nadějně na zvířátka. No tady to snad všechno někdo zežral.
I should turn back before Sir Radzig starts thinking I ran off.
Zajíc nás nevytrhne v ořechu. Potřebujeme kaňoura. Tak dost. Pane Spoku koně. Děkuji. Vůbec nevím, kde jsme.
Yeah!
Holci na kaňoury zajdu někde v okolí Sázavy.
I'm at your service tonight.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I couldn't
To si
possibly.
nechej pro kněze.
You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help. Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Řekou to sice je prý na cestování.
Yeah.
A jejda. Nemáme to uložený. Pojď, koniu. tady nás to vykopne rovnou tam, kde potřebujeme.
Yeah.
To je teda strašná cesta.
Yeah.
Yeah? Where? What's happening?
Hopefully I have what you need.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
Good luck.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in
Jo, a teď
admiration
musím
of your
držet hubu,
selfless dedication.
anebo se dostanu do
I would
basy.
like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
I won't intrude, custodian.
That's what I like to hear. Well, Johanka has my invitation, so I look forward to seeing her soon.
Počkej, já tě nakopu, až budu mít hotovo.
He just needs to sleep.
Tak, já potřebuji tu prníkovici nějak
Greetings, Henry.
kuchtit.
Tell me more about the situation here. All right, that's all I need to know. Tell me more about the situation here.
Nebo Matěje se stará, nebo co?
All right, that's all I need to know.
Goodbye.
Jo, ještě šalvěj. šalvěje. Rohlík si vezmu. Já jsem byl takový bylinkář, nemám nějakou šalvěji u sebe. Nemám. Ty vole, nejenom maso, já budu ještě běhat tady po loukách a hledat šalvy. Podíváme se taky na zahrádku, jestli náhodou. Šalvěje, myslím, takový malý fialový. Ale on jako stěhoval roste i tady. Šálvej přece musí růst úplně všude. Jo, plyněk si vezmu, ale já chci šalvěj. Co kdybych to zdrbal, ten vár? Světlík, to já už poznám.
Goof. That's my boy. Good fed. Good fella. That's my boy.
jsou chrpy. To poznám. Charpu a sasánku poznám bezpečně. Měsíček taky. Tady bude šalvějiště. Měsíček jindy, aby člověk pohledal. Šalvěj. Ještě nějakou mi to chtělo. A kaňoura.
Yeah.
Tady přece musí být v lesech místečka. Rochniště kanční. Teda zajímavý to tady je. U řeky bude prd. Jsem teda tušil, že s divočákama tady u Sázavy bude takový problém. Jsou vyloženě kančí místa, tohle.
I feel quite hungry.
No, ještě ty začínej. To jsem fakt mohl zajet už na ten flek, kde jsme byli s panem Ptáčkem. Časově by mě to vyšlo líp. Svaj, to je taky, to už je na prd. To já asi nemám morál.
Yeah.
Jindřichu, Jindřichu. A tak co, pojedeme teda do Sázaví. Uvaříme tu pelínkovicu. Pak se uvidí, když taky necháme chudáky hladovět. Maso můžu sehnat vlastně cestou do Ratají, kam určitě pojedu ještě. Stejně mám pocit, že jsem zapomněl vrátit klíče od basy. Takže to je kořálka. 2 hrsti pelínku.
Quiet!
Vaří se to potom ještě. Šálvě 1 otočka. 2 hrsti pelínku. 2 otočky.
can't. I just can't.
Co ty? Ještě ti to nepomohlo? Kostival kameníku. Tak. No, myslím, že tady pro dnešek skončíme. Už se to zase začíná trošku škoubat ten stream. Takže příště naschle. Příště už to do toho kláštera určitě dotáhneme.